What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Pocket GM21 video on the channel, and in today's video, we are back with episode number 4 and season number 4 of our Detroit Lions 5-year rebuild. We are 22-30 so far, and we've made this playoffs once so far. 10-7 last year. I really think this year we have a chance to get a little bit better this year. I'm hoping Akram Ridley progresses a little bit, 4,200 yards, 21 touchdowns, 13 interceptions last year. Not too bad, but I do hope for a little bit of a better season out of him. One thing I do want to say, if we have a bad year this year with these coaches and these playbooks and the offense and defense that we're going to be running, I am potentially going to swap to either an option offense or a smash mouth offense, because these running backs are way too good and our quarterback does have some pretty good speed. So I definitely think that would work for us. Maybe even a smash mouth. Like I said, we pick up a couple more offensive linemen. We really go all out and spend a lot of money and go out and get some top tier offensive linemen. And we can definitely look into doing that. I know we have some good wide receivers, but I really think we might have a better chance with a smash mouth or an option offense. But we'll see how this year goes, and we can decide what we want to do when we head into episode number 5. So let's get started. Like I said, I'm going to sim to week number 7, and we'll see where the team stands by then, and we'll make some changes if we want to make any changes. So I will see you guys in week 7, and hopefully we have a winning record and are on the track for the playoffs. So I'll see you guys in a bit, and we'll see what this team can do. So we finally simmed through 7 weeks of the season, and we are 6-1 on the year. I got really nervous when we lost to Green Bay in week number 1, and then we ended up winning 6 straight games. Really, really happy with that, and the best coming against Chicago, where Akram Ridley threw 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. A phenomenal day for him. So we'll check out some of the stats so far. Akram Ridley, 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. Absolutely crazy. Phenomenal year so far. On the ground, DeAndre Swift with 7 touchdowns. That's amazing. Cannot complain about that. And Funk taking a little bit of a step back. He had a really, really good year. Made All-Pro, 1 Player of the Year, and Conference Bowl as well. But he's having a little bit of a down year so far. 3.9 a carry. Not great. DeAndre Swift, 7 touchdowns. Leading the team in receiving is going to be Julio, followed by Gerard Lee. Where is Gerard Lee? He's going to be our 3rd guy. And then Alec Martin, TJ Hawkinson. Dieter is a little bit lower than I wanted him to be and expected him to be. We do have an injury to DJ Anderson, who's going to be out for 8 weeks. And we're going to be starting Rondale Moore in his place. So we'll see how the team does. I'm really happy with the way this team's performing. Let's see if there's any crazy free agents out there. There really isn't. So I'm really thinking this team we can make a run. I think we can make a run. Baltimore 6-1. And we are the only 2 teams with being 6-1. So pretty phenomenal start. We're averaging less than 100 points that our defense is allowing. We've already scored over 200 points. Really happy with this team, and I will see you guys at the end of the year for the postseason run, and we'll see what we can do for the rest of the year. And like I said, we're starting pretty good, but who knows what's going to happen. So let's finish this off. Quickly, though, I do want to apologize. In the background, one of the neighbors is leaf blowing their yard, so I do apologize if you guys hear that in the background, but we'll make it work. So hope you guys don't hear it. But anyways, I'll see you guys in week 17, ready for the playoffs, in the hopes that we make it. So I'll see you guys in week 17, and we'll see what this team can do. All right, so we did finally make it through the last games of the year. We ended up going 12-5. Disappointing because we do lose 2 straight games, and we got swept by Green Bay. Last game of the year and first game of the year, we lose back-to-back games against teams that really have no business beating us. Seattle and Green Bay, both to the same score. You guys are going to see Akram really went cold in the rest of the year. He had 1 interception through 7 games. And for the rest of the game, in 10 games, he had 12 interceptions. There were some bad games in here. There were a 3 interception game, back-to-back 2 interception games. He really had a rough stretch here, as you guys can see. In a span of 5 games, he threw 8 interceptions. That's really not going to cut it for the team. But we do still make the playoffs. 3 interceptions versus Seattle is the reason we lost, and not exactly what we wanted to do. DeAndre Swift with a 1,000-yard rushing year. Funk taking a little bit of a step back, maybe because we bumped him down to the 2nd string. But DeAndre Swift, 4.8 to carry, 10 touchdowns. Gerard Lee going to lead the team over. Wow, that's crazy. Our 3rd string receivers going to lead the team, followed by Julio Jones, Dieter, DJ Hawkinson, Alec Martin, and DeAndre Swift with a 500-yard receiving year is pretty phenomenal. Sacks-wise, nobody doing anything crazy. Jonathan Allen with 5, Okwara with 5, Zumwalt with 3 interceptions, Okuda with 3 interceptions, 2 for Chris Barnes, 2 more for Tracy Walker. You guys know I hype up Tracy Walker like crazy. 4 years for us, 12 interceptions. Phenomenal. 2-time All-Pro. Come on. Kicker Randy Bullock, a little bit of a step back in this year, missed 5 extra points and 6 field goals. But we'll see what this team can do in the playoffs. We're going to be going against Minnesota. We don't get the bye. We finished as the 2 seed. Really disappointing. We're playing a division opponent. This could get messy. We beat them 24-14 in our first matchup, and our second matchup, we beat them 23-0. So I think we have a good shot here, and we'll play this game 4 times speed, see what this team can do, and hopefully we can come away with the victory. Going to be a division matchup, though, so those are always tough. They can always go either way, especially in the playoffs where anything can happen. It's going to be a little tough here, but we'll see what this team can do, and not really starting off great here in the first quarter, as we've only had 70 yards of offense, but it looks like we are going to score a touchdown there in the second half, starting the second quarter. Can't even talk, as we bring our lead to 10-0. They really aren't doing anything, less than 100 yards on offense, but if we can't finish drives, I don't think we're going to win this game. We do get on the board with a field goal, cut this lead 13-3. Not too bad so far. We do have a 10-point lead, but again, it is a division opponent. I get nervous every time you face a division opponent for the 3rd time in a year. Always a little nervous, but at least we swept them in the playoff or in the regular season. But we're not looking great here. 200 yards of offense, not the greatest start. In the fourth quarter, looks like we're driving again. We finally get a touchdown on the board. 17-point lead. We're looking pretty good. It looks like this one might be over as long as we can play a little bit of defense. But their offense looks like it really isn't going anywhere. Kirk Cousins having a rough one, 140 yards through the air. And we're going to come away with the victory 20-3. 1 touchdown for Akram Ridley on the ground. Funk and DeAndre Swift combining for over 100 yards. But we're going to get up past that one. Not the greatest game for us, but we do end up getting the W. And that's all we wanted to have happen. So in the second round of the playoffs, we are going to be hosting Tampa Bay. And we lost to Tampa Bay in the regular season 24-20. Tom Brady, everybody knows that Tom Brady can do. So I'm a little nervous how we're going to do. So we did lead the league in passing, which is pretty impressive. And then top 6 in fantasy points. 35 touchdowns for Kyler Murray. 28-12 for our guy. Brady, 28 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. He is regressing. He's an 81 overall at this point, 4 years, and he's 46 years old. So I totally expected him to regress. DeAndre Swift actually is going to lead the league in rushing. That's absolutely insane. And receiving, and 3rd in touchdowns. That's absolutely crazy. I've never had a running back do any of those, put up those kind of stats. And Julio Jones and Lee are going to be right back to back. Tight ends, Hawkinson leading the league, and Hooper quite behind him. Not too bad. Cannot complain. No touchdowns for Hawkinson there. I know I randomly just decided to look at some stats, but why not? Let's go check out some of these stats. Our kicker is going to be top in fantasy points, and punter, we are going to be near the bottom. So let's get through the second round. We are going to be playing Tampa Bay. Like I said, a little bit rough on defense this year for them, but a good offense. Let's check out some of their stats. Running back, receiving Godwin and Mike Evans with over 1,000 yards. Pretty good, but we'll see what this team can do. We'll see if we can beat them. They did, like I said, they got the better of us in the regular season, but we'll see if we can get the better of them in the postseason, as they are going to start off with a touchdown, but a missed extra point is going to help us at least a little bit as we start our drive to try to put a touchdown on the board, and we do take the lead 7-6, but it looks like our defense just can't hold them. They're driving down the field again, and they get a field goal out of it to take the lead 9-7. Did we get a turnover right there? And we did. Tom Brady throws a interception in his own territory, and we score a touchdown. Looking pretty good. 14-9 lead, 5-point lead as we get closer here in the second half. They don't get any points there before half, which is exactly what we wanted to have happen. And we score another touchdown to take an 11-point lead as we head closer farther into the third quarter. 11-point lead, get the ball back. We're looking pretty good. 11 points, I can't complain, but we do need to get into the fourth quarter. They score a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to cut this to a 3-point lead, and we get the field goal to make it a 6-point lead as we head farther into the fourth quarter. We do put up a touchdown, taking a 13-point lead. Tom Brady is going to need to mount a little bit of a comeback here as Tampa Bay gets the ball back with 4 minutes left on the clock, and they do get a field goal to cut it to a 10-point lead, but this one looks over, and we take the W 20-30 or 30-20, however you want to read it. Akram had a really great game. Tom Brady, obviously, he's regressing. Tom Brady's one of my favorite players, but he's regressing. He's got to retire, 46 years old, and we get the W there. Got a little nervous there because we were facing a team that beat us in the regular season. But we're going to be hosting, wow, Atlanta got upset by Dallas. Absolutely crazy. So we are going to be hosting Dallas in the NFC Championship to see who goes to the championship game. Dallas with Amari Cooper, Micah Parsons developing pretty well as well. Let's check out their team really quickly. Dallas, there we are. So, okay offense, but just not a great defense. We'll see what we can do. Dak had a rough year. Ramondre Stevenson over Zeke? What? Zeke is regressed like crazy, and he's on a $12.9 million contract. That's the one thing that's a little messed up, is the running backs regress way too quickly, I think. But that's beyond the point. That is totally meant for another video. But we'll see if we can come out here, get the W against Dallas, and take this team into the championship game. As we score our first touchdown in the first quarter, Dallas does look like they are driving, but we do get the stop on them. But really throws an interception, and they're going to drive down the field. But we do get the ball back. We stop them. We're going to get the ball back. Not too bad. We're looking really good. 10-0 lead in the first half, and we can make that more. We don't, but we do take a 10-0 lead into the second half, and Dallas gets a field goal to cut it to a one-possession lead, 10-3 here, halfway through the third quarter. And we're driving again. I'm hoping we can get a touchdown. We do, taking a 14-point lead as we head into the fourth quarter. And we score again, 24-3. The team is looking really good. Prescott with one interception as well. We get another field goal on the board, and we have a 27-3 lead. And this one is looking like it's all but over as Dallas drives. They do get a touchdown, but it's a 16-point game, and this one is going to be over. Akram Ridley, 2 touchdowns, no, 1 interception. DeAndre Swift, 113 on the ground. How did where are we looking? How did what's-his-face not even carry the ball at all? It doesn't even look like it. No, Funk. Okay, I was blind. 9 for 32, 1 touchdown. Not great, but we are going to take the W, and we're going to face Lamar Jackson and Baltimore in the championship game. They went 11-6. Kind of a pretty good team, pretty good offense. Lamar Jackson with a 30 touchdown, 7 interception year. Gonna lead the team in rushing as well. Pretty crazy, 700 yards on the ground for him, the exact same as Leonte Boyd. And Sammy Watkins on here, Marquise Brown, pretty crazy. Interesting to see some of these players, but interesting to see how their team is going to do. Their defense doesn't look crazy. Some good interceptions, lots of interceptions from them. So we'll have to see if we can have a good game against them. Pretty top 10 on offense and top 12 in defense. So we'll see what we can do, see if we can attack them. The rushing defense is not phenomenal, so we'll see if we can attack that rushing defense. But I'm hoping we can come away with this victory in the championship bowl and see how this team is going to do as we do drive down the field and we get on the board first, but we miss the extra point. So we only have a 6-0 lead. As we drive down the field again, we get another touchdown to take a 13-0 lead. But Baltimore does look like they are driving to get their first points on the board and cut this lead 13-7. Really wish we didn't miss that extra point. And they end up getting the touchdown and take a 1-point lead. We get the ball back in the second half, but they look like they are driving again. And it looks like they're putting another touchdown on the board. Not what we wanted to see. This second half is not going the way we wanted it to go. But we're driving down the field a little bit. We get a field goal, cut it to a 20-16 lead. And we do get the stop here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. As we're starting to drive a little bit, we end up punting it back to them. And we just can't stop them, but we do with 7 minutes on the clock. We need to get down there, and Akram Ridley throws an interception. 4 minutes on the clock. This one looks all but over. And we have no time to get down the field, and we can't do it. Baltimore beats us in the playoff. That interception really cost us. And Baltimore is going to beat us 23-16 in the championship bowl. What a heartbreaking way to lose it. Not the way we wanted it to go. That interception really turned the table as we were driving. And that is not what we wanted to have happen. But it is going to have to do. We lose this one 23-16. Lamar Jackson's going to get Champions Bowl MVP. Any players up here? Do we get any All-Pro players? DeAndre Swift making All-Pro team, Frank Ragnow making the All-Pro team, and our kicker making the All-Pro team as well. Hawkinson making the All-Conference team. Gregory Washington, he was out for a couple games. Ragnow making the conference team, or Conference Bowl. And that is where we're going to end it. Really disappointing. Three All-Pro players. We just fell short of the championship. Great season. We'd love for you to return for another season. I expect you to win the championship. So that is our goal for next year. We really need to get to the championship game. DeAndre Swift's going to need another contract, so we're going to give it to him. I really want to switch over to a smash mouth or option offense just because I think this team could do it. And Ridley really hasn't put up the stats I've wanted him to put up. Still has quick development, so I hope he develops, but we got a lot of players to sign and some staff to sign. So I think we're going to, like I said, I think we're going to bring these guys back. I think we might, but maybe we won't. It's so tough to decide what we want to do. But I will catch you guys in a little bit. I'm going to make some of these changes and see what we want to do and resign some players. We'll do the draft and everything. So I'll probably catch you guys in the at some point when I make some of these trades or pick up some new players and stuff like that. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. We'll see what the team wants, what we want to do with this team, and we'll go from there. So this is what our draft is looking like for this year. Only ended up picking 4 picks this year. So we picked a new wide receiver, defensive end, defensive tackle, and a running back. A+, a B, B, and A+. See what they're looking like. Nobody really good, slow, normal, across the board. Nothing great. But we can check out the squad. This is what the squad is going to look like heading into year number 5. You guys know what happened last year. We made it to the Champs Bowl with a heartbreaking loss in the championship game off an Akram Ridley interception, but I guess it wasn't really his fault. So you guys can check out the squad. Picked a new running back, 4th string running back. He's probably not going to get any time. Picked up a new wide receiver, going to be our new 3rd string wide receiver, Gerard Lee. He had a pretty good year last year, so we might bump him up actually to our 3rd string. Julio Jones is going to be dropping to our 2nd string wide receiver. He had a pretty good year last year, 870 yards. Anybody else different that we picked up? Looking at our defensive end, we have a new backup. Decided to bring him in. I wanted to swap him over from, let's actually see if he's going to be higher overall at defensive tackle compared to defensive end. So let's see what he's looking like. He's going to be a 75 overall. So we will keep everything like it is. To linebacker, we still have Roquan Smith. So the linebackers are looking pretty good. 89, 85, 81, 80. And cornerbacks looking solid as well. Safeties looking solid. Tracy Walker bumped down to the 3rd string. But this team is looking good. 90 defense, 88 offense, 89 overall. This is the year we need to make it to the championship bowl and win it. We need to make it all the way there and get the W this time. But we'll see what ends up happening. So thank you guys so much for watching episode number 4. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and be on the lookout in about a week. I've uploaded these pretty much consistently every single week. So you guys will see the next episode, the 5th and final episode, a week from today when this video does come out. So I hope you guys do enjoy the series. Hope you guys have had fun watching it. Really excited to get started in uploading another episode of this because this is so much fun to play. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in episode number 5, which will come out next week.